What's up, witches? It's Luna here with the reading of the partial lunar eclipse chart on Friday, November 19th, 2021. This happens at 3:57 a.m., middle of the night, so please adjust that for your time zone. This means if you want to catch the full moon on the waxing side, you got to do it tonight, Thursday night, rather than Friday night. Technically, as far as ritual goes and magic goes, within 24 hours, either side of the full moon is considered full moon energy. But I like to split hairs. I like to get on the waxing side, which means before that 3:57 time. So we have the chart here. Let's go down to the graphs on the bottom right and see what we have as far as the breakdown of elements and modes. And something should stand out to you immediately. At the top, 0 planets in fire signs. This is going to help us out a little bit. It makes things less reactive. It makes people less passionate and hot-headed, okay? Yeah, so that slows things down. It cools things off a bit. Down in the modes, you also see that we've got a pretty big shortfall in the area of mutability, which means not a lot of adaptability happening under these influences. We can also see that water and fixed are sticking way out in front. That is a strong Scorpio chart signature. And of course, why not? We've got Sun, Mercury, and Mars all in Scorpio. And we have Moon hanging out in Taurus, which is a fixed sign, so that brings in that strong fixity. We also have Uranus in Taurus, lots of fixed energies here. Saturn and Jupiter also in a fixed sign. So it's powerful. Fixity means intensity. Water means emotionality. So we've got intense emotions as the broad overlay of this chart. The Sun-Moon opposition here, the full moon in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus. So this does lend some emotional stability. So the lack of fire and the fact that the moon is in Taurus can mitigate some of the other rather explosive aspects that are going on. So the opposition of Scorpio and Taurus breaks down to values and resources. Taurus rules your possessions, okay? It's the second house is kind of I have. Taurus is what I have, what I value, how it's ruled by Venus, so we're talking about affections, what I care about, what I like, what gives me pleasure, all that sort of stuff. Scorpio is natural ruler of the 8th house, and it's about what do you have? What do I like about you? What do I value in you? Okay, what do you have that I would like to have? So it brings in that kind of desire. When you think about Scorpio being sexuality and Taurus being sensuality, this is all about attraction. What am I attracted to? And the full moon itself just takes us into the extremes of how we feel about things and what we want to possess. Let's look at the fact that Mercury is also in Scorpio, so this brings very intense thoughts. It's not actually conjuncting the sun, it's 6 degrees off, but it's still in Scorpio, adding to that wad and taking us in the direction of kind of black and white thinking and judgmental thinking. Now, the other thing that's really sticking out here is this Mars-Uranus opposition. This has been getting a lot of attention, but we've had Mars-Uranus oppositions or squares and things go on this year. There's been a lot of entanglement with these kind of explosive energies, and that's what it is. Mars is desire. It's what I want to go after, all right? And Uranus is the awakener. So in opposition here, we're going to have to really come to terms with our desire and, you know, what we're going after, what we're motivated to do. Because Uranus's energy is sudden, unexpected, and disruptive, opposed by Mars, this could be a real kind of hair-triggery thing. This is where the lack of fire and the fixity comes into play and is a positive in this way. If these were in cardinal signs, people would be blowing up all over the place. But because it's in fixed signs, it's going to be slower moving. If there are blow-ups, they're going to be incredibly intense. But the fixity tends to make it just slower moving. All right. Other aspects to look at, we have the moon trining Pluto. Now, this is 3 degrees off, but I'm going to give it the aspect because it's just a little over 3 degrees, not, let's see here. Yeah, it's, just a little bit more than 3 degrees. And because it's the moon, and the moon being exalted in Taurus makes us emotionally stable. It's an intense moon, and so I am going to give it the trine to Pluto. This is a help too because Pluto is the transformer. And this can help us really drill down into what's going on with ourselves emotionally and uncover some deep-rooted, possibly long-lasting things that need to be processed and transformed. So all that Scorpio energy says that it's easy for us to dig down below the surface. It's easy for us to find the root of some long-standing emotional things that are ripening for transformation here. That Uranus-Mars opposition says that we can wake up to some problems that we've had, to some things that we've been carrying, and work to transform them with that Pluto trining. Pluto ruling Scorpio, of course, rules that wad in Scorpio, and trining the moon, these just all really point to what constitutes emotional stability for us, and what do we need to clear out of our emotional house in order to move forward in a wonderful way. I can't stress enough how important it is for you to know your natal chart to the extent that you can find out what houses these eclipses are going off in. And remember that eclipses, the pair of eclipses, highlights a pair of houses, or 2 sets of houses, until the next set of eclipses come along. So wherever this is happening for you is coming into a spotlight for a while. For me, for example, this is in my 1st and 7th houses. So it's all about me, my physical body, and then my commitments to other people are going to come to the forefront. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We have a Neptune Mercury trine, which can be a really beautiful thing. It allows us to speak in an empathic way, in a compassionate way. Remember that trines bring ease and flow. It allows us to be inspired, have inspiring ideas. Unfortunately, just because it's a trine doesn't mean it's naturally positive. It just means easy to use. So this can also make it very easy to delude ourselves. Remember that Neptune is the idealist. It's the dissolver. It's the thing that slaps on those rose-colored glasses. So it can be very easy to delude ourselves in our thinking and convince ourselves that something is what it actually is not. So be aware of that. But also on a magical and ritual level, this is really easy to do some like automatic writing because Neptune is that dissolver of the boundary between ourselves and spirit. And then we can channel that through the mind, through words, and, sit down, get in a good trance state, just do some stream of consciousness writing and see what comes out. I think that would be a lovely thing to do. We also have an exact trine between Uranus and Venus. Venus is how we show affection, what we value, sensual pleasures. Uranus is the awakener. We can really awaken to some beautiful experiences under this trine. Now, Venus is in Capricorn, so it does kind of dampen down that full, experience of sensual pleasure. There's an agenda attached, or there are some limits attached to it, which can be nice when the trine is with Uranus, because Uranus can cause lightning to strike. This can be a very exciting time with Uranus both trining Venus, which is affection, and opposing Mars, which is desire. If you are in a partnership, you can have some really exciting times under this full moon. So, yoo-hoo, live it up. Have a wonderful, exciting, sensual experience with your partner. Let's see what else. We still have the Saturn sextiling Chiron, which says when we take responsibility for our woundedness, we have an opportunity to shake something loose there as well, Saturn being ruled by that Uranus. We also have Mars and Venus exactly sextile, so opportunities for, again, the affection and desire to sort of work together, sexuality and sensuality, good opportunities for that. So, yeah, I think people could have a pretty good time with their partner under this transit. Let's see if I got it all. I think I did. All right. I hope you got something from that that helps you in your ritual, that helps you kind of navigate these energies. I will see you next time on an unboxing or on a live stream. And until then, this is Luna. Blessed be.